Hi, I'm Toni, and you are watching Toni TV, the place to be for those of you who are ready to become an ecotarian. What I'm going to be covering now are Toni's top 10 tips. And tip number 1 is focus on eating mostly whole foods. Just a few days ago, I was reading an article by Huffington Post that was written, actually published May the 6th, 2015. And this article basically was showing that most of our American dollars, that we're spending 23% of our dollars on processed foods versus real food. So as I was reading this article, I was amazed to find out, and I'm just going to actually read these percentages to you because you'll be shocked yourself. We are spending less money on real food and a greater share on processed foods. We're spending 23% of our dollar on processed foods, 22% on meat, a whopping 15% on fruits and vegetables, 15% on baked goods, such as grains, and 10% on dairy, and drinks was basically 11%. When you take a look at all those percentages, what we're seeing is that we're an acidic America. We're an acidic America because why? We're eating a diet high in acid-forming foods. Those acid-forming foods, again, are processed foods, meat, dairy, grains, and beans. And when you look at the percentages again, 15% of our dollars are spent on alkaline foods. Alkaline foods are your fruits and your veggies. We have to become more aware every day, every moment of every day, of our habits. And again, a diet isn't something that you go on one day and off the next to lower your cholesterol or to lose weight. It is what you do day in and day out. It's habitual. And so what I wanted, another thing that I want to point out is the reason that I came up with the term ecotarian is because I was basically meditating and pondering one day on the diet that even most people who are in the organic movement, that are in the health movement, and I was pondering on the types of diets that we are eating. And I was walking through the health food store, and I was looking over to my right are all of the fruits and veggies, but 80% of everything that's even in the health food stores are processed foods. Yes, they're organic, but they're still processed foods. Some of them are not whole foods. As a matter of fact, the majority of them are not whole foods. So what I began to think about is that a vegan diet, when we look at a vegan, when we look at a vegetarian, and even when we look at a raw food diet, a vegan's diet most of the time, I would probably say, is probably 50% fruits and vegetables and 50% processed foods. It could be organic potato chips, it could be rice dream ice cream, it could be all of these fun foods, and there's nothing wrong with occasionally having some of those fun foods, but again, it's habitual. What are we doing day in and day out? And then when I was looking at the vegetarian diet again has a lot of beans, like the vegan diet, a lot of beans, a lot of grains, but also eggs, dairy, all of the foods that acidify us. And again, if you can remember that 80% of what we consume, if we just move our diet, if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, to 80% of consuming fruits and vegetables, actually, I'm more like 90%, but 80% fruits and vegetables, you will become a more alkaline you. And even when I was looking at the raw food diet that most raw foodists are on today, a lot of raw food people are, consuming a lot of oils, they're consuming a lot of fats, a lot of avocado, a lot of nuts, lots of seeds. And again, we have to keep that percentage, and we have to become aware that what alkalizes us are fruits and vegetables. So that's why I came up with the name ecotarian, because an ecotarian is someone who eats for the sustainability, that which prolongs life for the human system and the sustainability of our planet. So consider this. Research is showing that 60% of all of our diseases are caused from eating the standard American diet. Sad, but true. So, if the standard American diet, which is extremely, extremely acidic, is the culprit, then eating an alkaline, whole foods diet is our answer. So welcome to the ecotarian revolution. It's definitely a movement whose time has come.